want to have an exciting offense. If you're, as you say, there's nothing worse than bad boring. If you're not going to be competing, at least be exciting, Hal Mummy. So I can see why they're there. They don't have, they're not getting Lane Kiffin. They're not getting a lot of other guys. Yep. So he makes a lot of sense. I don't know. When you take a look at South Florida, and he's done well. I don't want to take anything away from him. But when you take a look at South Florida, a lot of the teams in that conference he's playing with, he's got access to much better talent.
That's right.
Bigger school, etc.
That's right.
In the Tampa area. So I'm just going to say, I don't think it's disrespectful to say we'll see.
He had a fast car.
I get the thing. I get the thing where he was Heupel's Cutcliffe, and there's some value on that.
Yeah.
But is he Heupel? I don't think he is.
He had a fast car.
He also mismanaged some games late that cost them 2 losses.
Bad, Brian. He was bad at the end.
I would say that. I would say it's very questionable.
He went to the Butch
Hopefully
Jones.
he learns from that for his sake.
The Butch Jones school again. I hope not against us. I want him to fail. Well, never mind. So congratulations to the comrade. Congratulations if you're an Arkansas fan. Congratulations to Bobby Petrino, who wiggled in there, weaseled, whatever you want to call that. And for his pleasure and trouble, went over. Proving that there's justice in the world. Justice in the world. We'll get some phone calls in on the other side. Marky Boy Griffin as well next hour, along with the great Watson Brown after this. Living Vol fan, make Alumni Hall your one-stop shop for all your Vol fans on your shopping list this holiday season. There's nothing better than getting your favorite Tennessee gear under the tree. Picture it, a nice polo shirt, a new hoodie, something for the man cave. Pop in and see my friends at Alumni Hall. Best selection of Tennessee gear. Alumni Hall, 3 Knoxville locations. Bristol, Johnson City, Murfreesboro, or online at alumnihall.com. It's easy to have a big orange Christmas. And happy holidays from everyone at Alumni Hall. The ultimate volunteer shopping experience. Alumni Hall.
Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gouffon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gouffon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gouffon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gouffon.com. That's Gouffon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gouffon Moving and Storage.
Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Something not working right? Got a problem with your heating or plumbing? Right now, Pipe Wrench Home Services is making it easy to fix it fast with 50% off any HVAC or plumbing repair. Whether your HVAC needs some persuasion or your plumbing needs repaired, our certified technicians will be there right away to get you fixed fast. Have other plumbing or HVAC problems? We make it easy with free on-site estimates on replacements and free second opinions on repairs. So call or schedule your appointment online today at pipewrench.com and save 50% off any repair up to $500 all month long. We are committed to keeping your home cozy and worry-free this holiday season. Pipe Wrench Home Services, trusted in Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and neighboring communities for over 20 years. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free. This limited time offer is good for residential services only. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
Basilio here with Alan from WeShipFloors.com. Alan, is it true? Are we really having a Black Friday sale? Lay it on me.
Yeah, Tony, Black Friday is the biggest time of the year for us. We're going to do a 40% off sale. That's what we're doing to everybody else. But for the Tony Basilio listeners, we're going to do 45% off. So you get an additional 5% off, which should be hundreds of dollars. All you got to do is use the promo code Tony. But for the real listeners, we're going to do another promo code. The second promo code is going to be promo code Negadave. So with the promo code Negadave, you actually pay 5% more. So 35% off using promo code Negadave, 45% off using promo code Tony.
We're kind of having some fun here, but when you're talking about 120 super core floors, I've shown them over on the website, the video. You can't destroy this floor.
Very tough floor that I designed. When I say literally millions of square feet, we've got 2 warehouses in Johnson City full of flooring. We're ready to go for any size project. But yeah, it's a remarkable product. It's the best waterproof flooring on the market because we sold everyone else's floors and I designed the floor that's better than everyone else.
WeShipFloors.com. Free shipping to all, anywhere in the country.
Good balls, Tony.
TB, back with you. 865-200-5402. All lines currently jammed. It's pretty outstanding. It's an unbelievably beautiful day to be alive and well with you on this Thanksgiving.
And shout out to my man Alan over at WeShipFloors.com. Shout out to our friends at TLD Logistics who are getting ready to break away. They've had a change in management, and that happens. They were with us for 5 years. That's wonderful. We've had some sponsors who have been with us for 25 years. Calhoun's, incredible brand. Friends over at Cherokee been with us for forever. I mean, so many. It's what a blessing, y'all. What an absolute blessing it's been. I'll give you a quick funny last night. It's not funny, but see, I'm doing a lot of work, right? So when I do a lot of work, I get snappy. And then we'll go to the phones. I had a guy last night jump in here and on YouTube, and he said, all these advertisers you have on your screen is distracting. I'm not going to lie to you. And I told him, I said, well, I'll help you out. And Cinco, what do you think? You've known me for a long, long time. When somebody comes in there and speaks ill of my advertisers, what do you think I did to him?
Suck it.
I blocked him. I blocked him.
There you go.
Here's the deal. For people like him, I make a living because you support our sponsors. They're not a distraction. It's called lifeblood. It's called, they're the reason they don't have to spend money with the show. So if you like the show, you support the advertisers. But when you come in and you're on YouTube and you tell me that the sponsors are a distraction, then I tell you, good, I'm going to help you with you. I'm going to help you. You're not going to be distracted anymore because you're not welcome on the platform. It's pretty simple. And by the way, I told Laura I did it last night. She said, well, you shouldn't do things like that. I said, Barbara Streisand, you damn straight I should do things like that because I'm a man. I'm 58. I'm a grown-ass man, and we work hard. Like, she had a dream last night that our studio was malfunctioning, and she told me she woke up in a cold sweat. There was a woman in our studio trying to do a post-game show for us. We had a gal down here. Maybe it was Sarah Fuller from Vanderbilt, for all I know. But you see, here's the way it works.
It was Maggie.
I don't apologize for blowing that guy up last night because to me, this is real. See, I don't know whether he's playing games or not. I'm not playing games when it comes to that stuff. So if you want to show your rear end to me, good. I'll block you. I got no problem blocking you. There aren't very many blockable offenses in my world, but that's one of them. Now let's go to the phones. Without further ado, Mark Griffin coming up on many of these same stations. Let's get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You're on the air.
How are my friends compatriots doing today?
W. Lynn, welcome in.
Sorry I hadn't been on for a while. I've been battling bronchitis and laryngitis and all that good stuff.
Get well, brother. Get well. 'Tis the season.
I'm doing a lot better and been listening every day. I will say the radio is out right now. 1340 is not on the air.
Well, God bless them. I love them. God bless America. They're good people.
But I do, Tony, I have bought an iPhone. I have an i16.
There you go. Hey, you're dangerous now, W. Lynn. You're connected to the World Wide Web.
I'm just starting to learn a few things, but I'm having fun with it. But I want to, first of all, wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday, too, Tony, because I call it the F Troop, the 5 Fs. Faith, family, friends, that's most important. And then there's football and food at the end.
The F Troop. I like that.
And I amen to what you said about your sponsors. You did the right thing. I try to support your sponsors. That is the lifeblood of radio and everything you do. And the heck with anybody that complains about that. So do not complain about Tony's sponsors. That's what I say about it. Next is, I'm so glad you're doing some stuff with fish tomorrow, Friday. I'm not going to try to get down there. I'm kind of taking it easy for the next couple of days. But Mike Carver and Jim Wright, they'll help you, and we'll help fish get some food. I know that they've been having a hard time. So we got to feed the hungry, Tony, this time of year too. So thanks for doing that Friday.
Amen, brother. Amen. I'm looking for. I mean, we're you don't have to do it what we're doing, but we're going to have a little spot where people can donate, and I'm pledging $1,000 to Jim that I'm going to hand him. Me and Laura and the family. We've kind of the kids even kicked in some money. Look, the bottom line is you can buy 100 turkeys and feed 100 families at Christmas time, and we're pretty pumped to do it. So.
Well, that's great. That's another great part about your show and the Tony Basilio family.
That's what we do, man. It's about the community, brother.
Yeah, and moving to basketball, that was one of the most enjoyable November games I think I've ever watched in my life last night. And the way TNT and True TV are doing this,
great.
It's the next best thing to the NCAA tournament.
It is absolutely. Hey, Brian, ESPN can absolutely blow it out their rears because these guys are putting them to shame with this coverage, Brian.
And you can tell that that a lot's been put into this Vegas deal. A lot of effort's been made, and the tournaments ESPN covers are in trouble, to say the least, and to put it nicely. Yeah. There's a reason for that.
Yep.
And thank you for having Justin Phelps on yesterday. That I got kind of teary-eyed when he started talking about Rocky Top, getting him teary-eyed. You know, he's a jewel, Tony. And if you can get him on any time, he's Mr. Las Vegas in my book.
I love him. That's a big goal. We had him on yesterday. He was a stalwart on Donnie Tyndall's staff. He was terrific. He said when they played Rocky Top, it's the first time he'd been in the arena since they all got fired from here. And he said, I'm not going to tell you. He said, I'm not going to lie to you. I got emotional. He said, I got emotional. It was really neat.
So that was wonderful. And, you know, me and my brackets and everything, everybody thought I could tell them how that thing works. And I said, I'm like Big Gulp. It's kind of complicated.
It's beyond complicated, but we got it last night because he shared it with us from parts unknown because he knows such things. But hey, Tennessee's consolation prize for not landing in the championship game is a chance to play Kansas tonight.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing wrong with getting a chance to play Houston and Kansas back to back.
I agree, and I guess maybe we're playing for $500,000 or something.
$500,000, brother. Yep. And Danny White says he's going to split it with me after what I wrote today on the blog about him never picking up a shovel. Today I wrote on the blog how much manual labor. Danny's selling bricks. Has Danny ever touched a hammer in his life? No.
Really?
You think he's ever hung a curtain rod? No. Has he ever touched a lawnmower? No. Has he ever touched like a sickle like I used at the Mushroom House when we would cut the weeds? Be out there getting stung by everything in the weeds in the middle of swinging a sickle around. Has he ever has he ever lined a field? I'm going to go no. No offense to him.
No offense to him.
No offense. You think a guy's ever swung a hammer? Think he's ever touched a screwdriver?
Probably not. No.
Interesting.
I don't even know if he can open a can of soup with a pop top on it.
Mm-hmm.
But moving on to the Vanderbilt game is like a bowl game for us. I mean, I'm happy with whatever bowl we go to, but to me, this is the bowl game. This is the Neyland Bowl. This is the George Haffico Bowl. You know, this is the Coach Majors Bowl. We got to beat Vandy for all those three guys. You know, and I hope everybody's fired up, focused, and prepared for that, Tony. And this college football playoff committee is a true joke.
They dropped Ole Miss last night because Lane Kiffin's getting ready to leave. Piss me off.
I know it. I looked at all the teams in the top 20, and who has played these teams that are ranked now, not at the time you played them, what they are now. Only us and Texas of the entire top 20 has played 3 teams in the top 10. Now, we didn't do good against them, but crummy Virginia has played 0 ranked teams.
0.
0.
0.
You cannot have a 9-2 Virginia or a 9-2 Miami from the crummy ACC ahead of any 8-3 SEC team.
Lynn,
in Utah.
We're going to have to. You and I love you. We're going to have to part on that one. The Vols have beaten nobody. They belong ahead of nobody. When you've beaten nobody, Brian, you belong ahead of nobody. Sorry. Brian, where do you fall on that?
But
then we go to our
That's
phones.
really not their fault that those teams haven't really been that good.
When you haven't beaten anybody, it is your fault. You have to beat somebody. That's what they have a chance to do this weekend. Beat somebody with a pulse.
This is by far their best win if they can get it, which is so weird because
and
it'd
I love
be
the
9
Vols.
wins of the season, and Vanderbilt's the best one of the 9 by far.
I'm for the Vols, not against the Vols, but you got to beat somebody. Coming close. I mean, if you want to say you came, okay, Mississippi State came close a bunch. All right, what's that mean? So you and I, W. Lynn, are going to have to agree to disagree.
Arkansas came close every week.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, W. Lynn. I love you. Let me go to our Newsmaker hotline now on our TLD Logistics phone line. He stars, he studs, and he stallions. He's so dedicated that early this morning he got up and he punched out a Griff's 3-pointers, the great Mark Griffin. VFL extraordinaire. You will see him styling and profiling in the hallowed halls of the house that Greg Bell built while Griff was on campus. Griff played in the first game ever in Thompson Boring Arena when the students had hard hats on, Griff. And against whom, Mark? Who was that against?
Marquette.
Yes, sir. That'll never be forgotten by the living fan. I was living in Hess Hall. The zoo at Hess Hall at the time. All right, Griff, let's talk. From your perspective last night, the level of respect that both those teams showed to the sport of basketball, that was one of my favorite Tennessee basketball games of all times last night.
Wow. It was really amazing, Tony. I was pleasantly surprised. I initially, when I did I do your blog, the 3-pointers for Houston, and when I'm looking at their personnel, and when you've got one player that's going to be a lottery pick, 2 additional first-round picks, a second-round pick, and then their 5th starter, Sharp, is going to be in the NBA camp. First thing that popped out to me is, how are we going to match up to such an elite lineup that is well known? Coach Sampson's well known, year in, year out, best defensive coach in the country. So I was just hoping that Tennessee would gain a lot from this game, keep it close. People are talking about first big game, whatever. And just so excited to see how focused they were from the defensive end and making shots. It was really incredible, Tony. And it just shows that, I hate to use the word potential, because there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. But when you look at the makeup of this team and the depth, and people are also talking, how are you going to play 11 to 12 guys? Well, he's making it work so far. And what you don't hear people talking about is practice. These players, especially Boswell, you and I kidded the first game of the season how he got in the lineup. Well, it's what you do in practice. And I like that about Coach Barnes, because he makes them earn their position, like a lot of coaches, but not all. And when you're banging it out every day in practice against great talent versus walk-ons all the time, no disrespect to walk-ons, then you up your game and you up your confidence level. And I thought that really showed last night that Barnes was able to witness his guys go out and play at that high level of confidence and execution.
It's such a great point. And this team is just so interesting because there are so many combinations. The Carey guy a month or so ago seemed buried. The carry guy functioned so much better than Phillips did in last night's game, and they pushed his button because he's there. There will be games, Mark, where the Borg guy this year is going to, or Berg, as we're pronouncing it, but really he pronounced it Borg. Borg, there are going to be games where he gets it done. This team is fascinating in its construction. And we had a guy last night that I had to blow up because he aggravated the hell out of me. No offense to him. Getting all over our freshmen. Mark, that thing last night was the best thing in the world for our freshmen, playing against that Houston team. And the way they officiated the game, they let a lot of contact go. That is so good for that kid to go out there and get just roughed up and beat up. So good for his development, Mark. Speak to that.
Well, you're right. And what it shows when these guys are getting prepped today to play Kansas is, you know, they hear all the hoopla around Ament, how he's the lead dog, leading the team, number 4 potential pick, yada, yada, yada. But when they see and go through today's preparations to say, hey, we can win without Nate scoring double figures, then it helps people feel more, once again, going back to confidence, is like, we don't have to rely on one person to carry us like a lot of programs do. And I think, Tony, when you watch a lot of the college basketball like you and I do and many of your listeners, you see that trend where you're like, if Pettiford doesn't play well for Auburn, they're losing. If you go to other programs, and we could pick any SEC program, and you could point out one guy and say, if they don't score 12 to 15 points, they're going down. And then you witnessed last night, the big stage, and Ament, puts up 9 points on 1 of 8 shooting, fine. But then to be able to have that win, it's got to really make the coaching staff feel very pleased for everyone else, and also a building block for Ament, because yes, he has pressure, but you know what? You're on the stage, you're going to have pressure. That's part of it. But he'll move on. He'll move forward.
Oh, he's going to be terrific. All right, let's talk about this Kansas game. Vols are favored by 3.5. Kansas is not at full strength, and they've kind of taken their lumps there. They had enough to put it on Syracuse last time out. What do you make of this matchup, Mark?
I really like the matchup, and it's a shame that people aren't going to get to watch Darren Peterson play. Their stud, preseason freshman and player of candidate of the year. Amazing player. He's going to be either 1 or 2 drafted. I wish he was playing, but unfortunately he has an injury. And that really hurts this team, because what you'll see is Kansas and Bill Self. I'm really shocked, Tony, and this has been a trend for him several years, such an elite program and no depth. If you look at the box score from last night, they went 3 deep. And how are you going to win in the Big 12? How are you going to persevere coming tournament time when you can only go 3 deep? Now, of course, that'll add 1 when Peterson comes back, but you've got to play more than 3. You get in foul trouble. I mean, if Badinga gets in foul trouble, Kansas is done. And I think that's one of the big advantages that you'll see with Barnes' Tennessee team this season. He's got depth front court. I mean, Brown didn't even get off the bench last night. So you got fresh legs there if needed. If Tennessee can get Badinga in foul trouble, says a lot for tonight, and they're going to come at him. But he's a really, really great prospect. He's a 6'10" sophomore, shoots great from the field. He's a nice little lefty. But one thing I've noticed to doing research on Kansas is in 7 games, Tony, he's gone to the free throw line he's only taken 20 shots. So it tells me he's not going aggressive to the boards. I've watched him several games, maybe baby jump hook shots. So I think if they can really contain him and another players, Trey White, who is a really tall 6'7" guard, probably their best overall player from the perimeter. Ford School in 4 years, yes, and all big programs, but been jumping around here and there for whatever reason. And if they can also contain him, I think they'll be in good shape. But I think it's going to be a great matchup. And Tony, let's face it, times have changed. Now Tennessee's facing a Kansas team, and Tennessee players and fans' eyes aren't wide open. It's like, hey, next opponent, fine.
Yes.
We can play against you. I mean, Tennessee fans, even myself, I sit here sometimes in amazement and go, look how far this program's come. Yeah, everybody wants a championship. I get it. But when you go into a game like tonight and you're favored against this blue blood program from Bill Self, that says a lot about this program and where we are. We better enjoy it, Tony.
Oh, are you kidding me? I never thought we'd see this. I was talking with the great Gary Sturm today. Griff, did you ever think you'd see Tennessee basketball in a tournament like this and in it next year? Like, we are a signature team in college basketball. People can bitch and moan all they want about Rick Barnes, and they can talk about his tournament and tournament record and coaching at the end of games and a lot of that stuff. Okay, fine. You're making a good point. It's kind of like Josh Heupel and the game management. Okay, I mean, not everybody's perfect. This guy has this program at heights I never thought I would witness. Mark, we had thousands and thousands of people listening to our post-game show last night, and it's not even Thanksgiving last night. People were so fired up and so engaged with it, and I was on here for like an hour and 45 minutes. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah, you had over at least 2,500 when I tuned in.
There you go. Amazing. I mean, it's nuts.
And if your counter works correctly, I'm not sure how that works.
That counter's working correctly, yes.
Okay.
And that's on one.
Well,
that's on one app, Griff. That's one avenue. We're doing several different things here. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Well, your advertisers will be happy.
There you go.
Another thing, too, I really do respect Bill Self. He's one of the blue blood coaches, Tony, that I actually pull for. I don't know what your thoughts are on him.
Yeah.
I think he's, for coaches, different breed, very humble. I think caring, does really well with the media, but he doesn't, the finger's not on him, pointing at him all the time. Me, Bill, selfish. You will never hear that term. But let's look at the history. I looked this up because I'm like, God, these coaches have been coaching forever. I mean, he's between the two coaches, Tony, I even wrote this down, 1,664 wins. Now, That's a lot of coaching. That's a lot of games, a lot of situations. You mentioned the Josh Heupel situation, and maybe there was a blunder during a call. When Coach Barnes has coached over 1,200 games, there's nothing he hadn't seen.
Oh, come on. Nothing. By the way, tonight in the 7 o'clock Eastern time slot, we're on as soon as the game's over. It's Tennessee and Kansas. Last night, it was Tennessee and Houston. Look at some of the name brands that are out in this thing. And Griff, I want to ask you about this as a hoops head. The way TNT is treating this, Brian Hartman's right. It feels like we're watching the NCAA tournament. They really have invested. Somebody's invested. I don't know where this money's coming from, but this thing feels so big time when you're watching it, Griff.
Yeah, it is. And I know some people are disappointed about not being in the so-called, quote, championship game. But you got to look at the criteria and the difference, the way it was set up. It wasn't set up like your normal bracket. I applaud the people who are behind it. I'm not sure who headed the players' tournament, but however, fine. Because what's interesting, Tony, travel ball, if you go back to the high school travel circuit, it's very similar format and it may be like that in soccer. You know that more than I do, but I know travel ball well, where you'd have 4 teams in a bracket and they do point differential. And the difference in that is you don't pull back. You try to destroy your opponent from buzzer to buzzer, because the point differential may come in for seeding as you advance. So I understand that. That's fine. The matchups, you could say, well, look at the matchups. They had a harder road. Fine. Great. It's not about, for me, if they come out here 3-0, that's all that matters. if they get a $300,000 payout versus $1 million, that's between you and your boy Danny White. That doesn't mean nothing to these players. It's not like I don't know how much, if anything, they get out of it. Probably nothing. But that doesn't matter in the big picture. It's matchups. And I think this is a great matchup for them to play Kansas versus playing another opponent because of the stature and the history of Kansas. And one last thing, Tony, to touch on Kansas, because you asked about them. Unfortunately for Bill Self, last year, if you recall, I think they were either number 1 or 2 or their top 5 preseason rated. They had their worst season under him in 23 years.
It's like they're losing altitude, Griff.
Yeah. So, and they're 6th. If you look at the blog, the 3-pointers, they're preseason ranked Big 12 6th, which I had to do a double take. I'm like, 6th. I've never seen Kansas not top 1 or 2 with Houston. And of course, now the conference is blown up, but they were 21-13 and they lost in the first round last year by 17 to Iowa State. So this is a trend that I know Bill Self wants to stop. I think it's still going to be a long season for them, even with Peterson in. Do they make the tournament? Oh, sure. But this is not a typical Kansas team, and I'm not discounting tonight.
Yep.
But, Tony, when you look at the history of Kansas, even last year, how long did Hunter Dickinson play in college? He killed Tennessee when he was at Michigan. Well, he was a 4-year starter. You had DeJuan Harris, seemed like he played 8 years. A.J. Storr, who transferred from, I believe, St. John's, that they were expecting big things, and also the muscular guy, K.J. Adams. So you talk about replacing star players who had experience. Yep. That's where another thing that works to Tennessee's advantage. Even if they have newer players, Kansas has a whole new makeup of players minus Badinga.
True.
Mark, I think Kansas hasn't really done the portal thing as well in this era because it seemed like they had a lot of pieces last year that just didn't fit together well. I think the Storrs kid came from Wisconsin, and you had Dickinson there, and you just had pieces that, it's just kind of like pickup basketball where it just did not handle that well. And that's one thing he's for all his greatness.
This Campbell guy who came back from East Tennessee State is part of Tennessee's secret sauce. Their player evals, and as they identify people in the portal, and they already have people online for next year. We're doing this a year ahead of time now. This is for real in college basketball. You have a pretty decent idea of where you're going to go. Now, last year, the McNeely thing sort of fell apart on the Vols.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have his credits weren't going to transfer, and he was serious about his major. But because they had him lined up, and he would have been dynamite.
And speaking of which,
team.
Tony, for your listeners who don't know who McNeely is, former Virginia guard. I saw him last year in Nassau. Typical Barnes player. Fans would love him. They will be able to see him where, Tony? Who's he play for now? Louisville.
Louisville, yep.
Which Tennessee plays them soon.
Yes.
Anyhow.
Well, Griff, what happens tonight? How does it play out? And who for the Vols shines this evening? Because each night it's been somebody different. And, man, in 4 weeks, these guys have come so far.
Well, Tony, I think that's going to be a question we're going to hear night in and night out with this team is who is going to shine. The good side of that is there's several options. You and I talked, my concern going in, it's still a concern, is consistent 3-point shooting. One of the great things to witness, and you and I discussed this ad nauseum, that a lot of your listeners may not have seen was, Gillespie came in as a point guard, and you and I talked, Tony. I'd said if they can get a point guard, and I'm really big on the Bird kid, and it may be somebody else. I mean, it may be Abram, it may be Boswell. Since they're able to free him up on the wing, such a better shooter, and as a point guard, Tony, you don't have in college point guards that are getting those open shots because they're creators. So, they're creating shots. They're not sitting there, being able just to take that shot because they're trying to create action for their teammates. But as an off guard, they're able to get the shot as needed.
Griff, it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I predict that Ament pops back and really has a nice night tonight as well. So there you go. And by the way, this Gillespie guy gives Tennessee a gear in March we haven't had in recent years. This guy's a different cat now. I'm just going to come out and say it. Hey, I love ZZ Stop. I'll always be indebted to him. The guy's a warrior. This kid here on both ends of the floor, though, is a really nice player. It's not accidental that he led a Maryland team that hadn't done it in forever to the Sweet 16 last year. Not accidental. That guy's a nice player, Mark.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, I loved his interview. I mean, he was reflecting on last year's team, what it meant going into this year. He was at Maryland last year. Why is he there?
Let's go. That's
awesome. And just such a great kid, Tennessee kid, which is always nice.
Yeah.
And Tony, I misspoke. I mentioned Iowa State beat Kansas, and I was wrong. It was Arkansas.
Arkansas. That's right.
Hey, anytime I don't have to give Coach Cal credit, I like to stay away from that. So that may have been on purpose. But anyway.
Griff, I love you. You're my man. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and God bless you, my man. Thanks for everything you do.
We're going to do this starting in January, right, Tony? On Tuesday, hopefully.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. I love you.
All right, love you guys. See you.
The great Mark Griffin. Yeah, we're going to start doing a segment each week, Bri. Griff, once a week, Griff. Are you for it or against it?
I'm for Polly Joe talking about Bruins and how he never gets it done.
Are you imitating Polly Joe right now, Bri?
Bruins makes our seasons disappear. It's great for Mark Griffin to pump us up, but he's no Mark Pope.
Here's my favorite thing about this basketball season is that some of you, and I hope you learn from this, because I'm a jump to conclusions person. I just am by nature. Some of you, and Nega Dave, you're one of them, were telling me that we weren't going to be 500 in the league after the first couple games. Let me tell you something. You don't know Shiat from Shinola early in the season. These coaches don't even know what they have. Nobody knows what they have. This is pickup basketball now, parading around as college basketball. So you have to pick well. Tennessee's got this Campbell guy over there, I'm telling you, is the best player personnel guy in the deal. He just is. Now, they don't call him that, but they've got a team of people, and he's one of them. And Randy, his father, is as good a man as they come. And I'm telling you right now, these people know what they're doing. They know what they're – if Tennessee's involved with somebody, chances are they can play because they hit a lot more than they miss. And I mean a lot more than they miss. We're going to come back. Watson Brown's going to join the fray. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's absolutely insane, presented by our friends at Simpsons Meats on a Wednesday, as we continue with more after this.
It's the hottest post-game show on the planet. Garza Law. It's quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the Volunteer State by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka, distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly.
When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama's Easy approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols.
Yeehaw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today. Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
VIP Play coming soon. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
Hey there, Basilio crew. Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams Realty. The holiday season is here, and if your plans include unwrapping your new home, then take advantage of less competition and motivated sellers while others are out fighting over parking spots at the mall. Smart buyers are out snagging deals on great homes, and I'm ready to help. Give me a call, 865-694-5904, or reach out at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com. And as always, go Vols!
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you, and my head remains in a position of obeisance because I'm bowing thy head when I say thy name, ladies and gentlemen. And look, around here, we don't bow our heads for just anybody. But when it comes to the great Watson Brown, the head is bowed. The segment is presented by Simpson Meats. The holiday is Thanksgiving, Christmas, family, corporate gifting, different gifts for friends or clients or family members. And the centerpiece of your meal this year, whole tenderloin, standing rib roast, taking pre-orders through Christmas. Don't compromise on the centerpiece for your family. Let's go to the phones. We bring in the Newsmaker hotline, TLD Logistics hotline, the great Watson Brown in. Watson Brown, we got us an interesting football game this weekend, my good Christian friend. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, and this may be as good a game as we've had all year, Tony. I mean, seriously, because this is two really, really good offenses, and I can't wait to watch them take each other on, because the defense that slows them down is probably going to win the game and gets a few turnovers. I mean, and it'll be slow them down. I mean, Vanderbilt's been slowed down 3 times. Missouri did it and lost their quarterback in the first series of the third quarter. Lost 17-10. They did a good job. Texas did a real good job till 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go. They were up 34-16. And Alabama did a great job against them. So only 3 teams have slowed them down. I don't know that anybody has slowed Tennessee down. I think Tennessee's moved. When Tennessee's gotten in trouble, they turn the ball over.
Tennessee slowed themselves down. Tennessee should have a couple more wins. Yes. Look, against Oklahoma, you have to value the ball. Joey's had a really nice year. I mean, I was looking at Joey's numbers last night, and
they're great.
He's one of 5 guys, Watson, that's gone over 3,000 yards in a season, and he literally got here. I looked it up last night. He was 111 days on campus before they played Syracuse. That is phenomenal.
I have defended him to the tilt. He has a couple of bad plays, and they were bad.
Sure,
they hurt bad.
Sure.
But who doesn't? I mean, and he's a first-time starter in this offense. Yep. And for him to throw for that, to me, Tony, on a 50-50 football team, it's not a Mike Leach team. It's a 50-50 run-pass football team.
Yes.
That's fantastic numbers. That's why I look forward to it. You go and look. I don't know that any quarterback in the SEC's played better than these 2 guys. Both of them have played fantastic football all year long.
And Pavia, look, the thing about Pavia is they've really found their footing with a deep ball game They played bombs away on Kentucky. What was that about, Watson?
I knew that one. I told you all that last week. I mean, it was a perfect storm. Kentucky was overrated. They really hadn't beaten anybody yet, and they were tired. And Vanderbilt had a week off. And Kentucky's got Louisville, arch rival, this week. So, I mean, that one was a perfect storm to me. Give Vanderbilt credit for carrying that out, but I thought they would. I didn't think it'd be that bad, but I thought they'd get them pretty good.
Schematically, what's Tennessee do offensively this week? They spread them out and run the ball.
I was spread them all over the field. I think Vanderbilt is very good tackle to tackle. Play the run right at them pretty good when they can put people in the box. But they're not going to put the people in the box on early downs against Tennessee. They're not going to do it. They can't afford to do it. They're not going to just let them go one-on-one out there. So on early downs, they're going to spread out with you, and you got to be able to run the ball into the spread sets, and you got to have some good play-action passes into the coverages they're playing against, their defend coverages, as I would call them. And then, Tony, when they're going in now, the third and long, they're very blitz-oriented. 5 or more guys, and when they get to the 20 going in, they're very blitz-oriented, 5 or more guys. And so you've got to understand that and handle that well. If they do, they'll move the ball well. If one of those doesn't come through, Vanderbilt will hang around enough that they can win the game.
How many deep shots, Watson?
Tennessee?
Yeah. How many deep shots?
I think quite a few. If you call those seams into those defend coverages as deep shots, I do. Those verticals into those, which might be 20-yard, 15, 20-yard throws, but they're deep throws.
I call those deep throws.
I think they're going to take a bunch.
Okay,
I think they're going to take a bunch, and I think they're going to throw. Remember what Texas did to them?
Sure.
Texas threw the little bubbles outside and killed them. They couldn't tackle them. And I think Tennessee will throw a lot of those Saturday too.
You know, Watson, I've got to share with you that when I watch Texas offense, because their offensive line's so bad, when they play those half games, right? All they do is dump the ball out on those bubbles. That's their offense.
Give Sarkisian credit.
Yeah,
he figured out that he couldn't do what he wants to do.
Absolutely.
And he changed. He changed mid-season, and they've been a whole lot better since they did. A whole lot better. And so has Arch. He's been a whole lot better.
Because they're not asking him to do a lot. Let me bring Sean Sinclair.
Conservative throws and quick throws.
Bring Cinco and Brian in here. Cast and crew, fellas, you guys have anything for the great Watson Brown on the eve of Thanksgiving as we get ready to play see a signature game this weekend?
I just noticed how Tennessee left so much. They didn't have to do hardly anything fancy against Florida. They took one deep shot the whole game.
No, they had that one.
They didn't have to. They just could run pretty much all night because the way Florida was playing. I think the Vols have so much more in their arsenal they could throw at Vanderbilt, and they may have to in this game. Your thoughts?
I think they beat Florida exactly the right way. They went after them early and quick, put them away, and honestly kind of just rode it out. And didn't hurt anybody too bad, I don't think, and didn't have to show anything much. So there should be a lot of tricks left in the bag, and this is the week to use everything you got. To me, everything you got. Now that they've lost those 3 that they played against the 3 of the top 5 that they lost to. You throw everything to me at this one because you know Vanderbilt's fixing to throw everything they got at you.
Empty.
They are playing for something. Now, they're not going to get in just by winning this game. They're going to have some 2 or 3 others lose. So they're still a ways away themselves from getting in, but they can't get in without this victory.
So
that's why, to me, and I can't wait I know how Vanderbilt's going to play. I can't wait to see how Tennessee plays and the pride they come out with, and I think they're going to lay it on the line and play one of their best games of the year. That's why I think it's going to be a great football game.
You have a kid like Pavia on your team. I don't know if you coach a kid like that, but
yeah, I have.
Okay, so a kid that
understand him.
Loves to go out and loves to agitate the opponent, and he kind of gets.
No, I haven't had one like that.
Okay.
I haven't.
So he fuels himself, but he's a gamer. He's a hell of a player.
Oh.
He gets between the lines, and he goes, from a Vanderbilt perspective, if I'm looking at him, I would be a little concerned that a kid like that's overhyped and overamped. He did that to himself at Alabama. If he handles the situations a little better at Alabama, they probably get out of there with a win.
Himself at Alabama, and I thought he did in the part for about 3/4 of Texas.
Another good point.
He pressed in that game a little bit and tried to force something, hold the ball too long, had some big sacks instead of just take off like he does. But I think he's gotten better as the season's gone on with that, Tony. I think he must be a really sharp kid because I think he takes coaching well, and he comes across as so brash in everything he does.
Yep.
But he must not be that within his team because of the teammates seem to just love him and believe in him so much. Most of the brash guys I've had like that, they're not just overly loved on the team itself. But he's also backed up most of the time. I mean, he's made some statements. He's made some statements about this game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Back in the summer. So, he's going to have to come back it up. But I've put up with it because he's backed it up, number one, but he seems to be a class act and doing things the right way with his teammates.
Watson, if you're coaching, okay, and I'm gonna get Sean in here as well. You put that stuff on the projector and on the video in the room. Everybody's got the TVs now and the whole deal throughout the complex. Are you playing those comments that he made back in the summer, and also what the head coach was caught saying on that Netflix special back in the summer? Or if you're hypo, do you just let this thing speak for itself? How do you play it if you're them?
I think it's out there so much, he's probably not going to make a big deal. There may be a statement or two within the team with it after practice, but no. It doesn't seem to be Josh's way to me. There are coaches that would have used that big time. I can see some now that I think would. That would be a big deal. Josh doesn't seem to be. It wouldn't be with me, but I would know my team knew.
What would a guy like Saban do? What would Saban do in a deal like that?
Saban, I don't think would touch it. I don't think he would touch it, but I think he'd have assistants touch it. And he'd make sure there's stuff that they know. All these kids know with social media now.
Yes, they do.
Tony, it's different than when I came through.
Yes, they
These
do.
kids here, they know more than the coaches know. I mean, there's a teammate. The tailback was a teammate of his. At Tennessee is a teammate of his at New Mexico,
That's
correct?
Right. That's exactly right.
Or at junior college.
You're New Mexico State. You're exactly right.
He was his teammate. I bet you they've talked.
Hey, Watson,
I wouldn't doubt it at all that they've talked.
Hey, Watson, the people in New Mexico State have to be sick. Because Pavi
did they have some good players come through that place?
Dude, is that tight end any good? Is this tight end we're going to see any good?
That kid's a first rounder.
Huh?
He's going to go in the first round. Somewhere in the first round. Probably in the 20s or the teens, somewhere in there. He's a first rounder.
He's a great player. I hope the Eagles get him. Let me bring Sean Sinclair in here, the great Watson Brown joining on the eve of Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for him. I'm thankful for our friends at Simpson's Meats. They're an incredible partner with us. Cinco, jump in.
Yeah, I think I believe Coach is right with Hypo. I guarantee you every word he said is being said in a defensive meeting or an offensive line meeting room, especially linebackers, D-line. They're hammering on that to get those guys fired up.
Yeah. They're figuring a way to do it without Josh standing up and making a big issue of it. But again, if the pride's there, Sean, and I think it is, I've seen the team play all year, and there was a get through this game at New Mexico State with playing New Mexico State. Other than that, I haven't seen them just lay an egg this year. They've lost games because they didn't do some things good enough, but they haven't laid an egg like teams do sometimes.
All right.
Honestly, neither is Vanderbilt. Both these two teams are going, in my opinion, absolutely get after each other's butt. It could be a really fun game to watch. It could be up there with the Georgia game in Neyland Stadium this year.
Fill in the blanks. Ready? Vanderbilt wins if.
Boy, that's a hard one for me because I would normally say if they control the ball like they like to do, the one that controls the ball the most. But in the last couple of games, Vanderbilt hasn't done that. They've gone after Kentucky. They went after Auburn. They had to. Auburn had them down 17, at the half? 17-7?
Yes. They were down
and
3
they came
scores.
out in the second half and said, screw it, we got to let it go.
Yep.
Well, they scored bunches of points. I think from there they said, hey, we're pretty good at this. They did the same thing at Texas. We're beat. Let's just let it go. And they were pretty good at it. So I'm not sure how Vanderbilt's going to play. I think they'll start out playing their style. And the one that controls the ball the best keeps the ball, I think, and keeps it away from the other offense because the two defenses are very average. And the two offenses are maybe the two best in the conference, at least in the top 5 of the conference.
So Tennessee wins if they control the running game.
Tennessee has got to control the ball and get their points.
Yep.
Control the ball, but don't kick field goals. Control the ball and get your points. And I think they can. I think they can control the ball, but they've been in a lot of two tights run right at you. I don't think personally that's the best way to go at Vanderbilt. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm right. That's just an opinion.
Interesting.
But I just think spreading Vanderbilt out and putting their athletes in space instead of trying to run up in there all day long is a better way to play them. And that's not been what they've done in recent games. It wasn't what they did against Florida.
So you don't
and
have to be
they're pretty good at doing that. Now, the Vanderbilt, the Tennessee offensive line is, in my personal opinion, by far the best line that Vanderbilt's played. And I don't even think it's close. Vanderbilt is not – Tennessee has played 3 of the top 5 in the league.
Yep.
And lost to all 3 of them. Vanderbilt's only played 1 of the top 5. Texas A&M has played none of the top 5. 0. And going to finish the season 0. They're playing Texas, who's in the top 8. Vanderbilt would be considered in the top 8. But in the top 5 that right now are going to the playoffs, they played 1 of those, and that was Alabama. And Alabama ran the ball. If you remember, Alabama ran the ball really well in the second half. Just flat wore them down. And I think Tennessee's line is by far the best line Vanderbilt has played. They've got to take advantage of that, to me, John and Tony and Brian, to win the game. That's the piece that's better than anything that Vanderbilt has is the Tennessee offensive line.
Watson,
and what Vanderbilt has that's better than anything Tennessee has, and Aguilar's close, is Pavia. And you better give up a few runs to the running backs. You better
account for him.
Put your eyes on Pavia all day long. I say he gets 15 carries in this game. He's going to let it go this week and do everything he can to win the game.
Hey, Watson, I'm so concerned. I was telling Sean this off the air about the way we lose contain on defense and him running around and him himself running for over 100 yards in this game. He could do it. I mean, the guy's a maniac.
He can do it against anybody.
Yeah, he's a maniac.
He can do it against anybody.
Yep.
He is a bona fide football player.
He's a hell of a player.
And he is physically strong, Tony. He's unbelievfully quick-footed.
It's a great game.
He has an unbelievable knack of filling bodies around him in the pocket without flinching.
Yeah.
He can fill them without flinching. He's tough.
Hey.
I wouldn't want to play him. I would not want to play this kid. I think he's that good. If there's nobody in the country that has meant more to his team than Pavia, in my opinion.
Watson, I love you and appreciate you like there is no other. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I want to thank our friends at Simpson's Meats. Steaks make a great gift box available. The holidays fast approaching. A great gift for friends, clients, family members, you name it. And Watson Brown, I love you, my brother.
Well, you all are family, Tony. All of you. Sean Brian. It's an honor to be on with you always, and enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
and Simpson's Meats become family too. So,
well, you're a valued
there you
member.
go.
You're a valued member of our dysfunctional radio family, Watson. Thank you.
Well, I'm just as dysfunctional as you are. So there you go. We fit well.
Love you, brother. Thank you. I love that guy. I love him. I love him. I love him. Let's toin it up. Toin it up. That was Ronnie Van Zant. Toin it up. So we continue with more on the other side. It is your Wednesday extravaganza. We are going to do a TLD Logistics Overdrive overtime. I said we weren't earlier. I promised Laura I wouldn't, but I'm a sicko. If you want to get in, I know folks have been trying to get in today. We'll stay. We'll kick it around a little bit. It all happens after this.
Guests appear on the TLD Logistics Hotline. Online at tldlogistics.com.
Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contracting. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, go for Dose with ice-cold, refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dose with Dos Equis.
Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team started at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we're the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our trials last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy.
That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
The season of giving reminds us of what truly matters: community and connection. Hi there, Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. As the year closes, I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank you, my Basilio family clients. Thank you for trusting me with your most important decisions. Whether it was finding your first home or successfully closing a chapter, your trust means everything. I look forward to new and continued relationships through the new year, and feel free to reach out to me at 865-694-5904 or nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com. And of course, go Vols.
Tony B back with you. 865-200-5402. Little catch in my throat here. Welcome in. You're on the air. Hello.
What's going on, Tony? This is DR Vol. I always appreciate people that's never done my job telling me how to do my job, don't you?
Love it. Yeah.
Hoping we're not going to lose you live on air, Tony.
Might increase the numbers.
Be good for content, wouldn't it? And speaking of content, man, I love the post-game show last night, especially when Nate Ament, was that guy basically compared him to what, Tyreek Key? I mean, could he play in the NAIA this year?
What did you think of me blowing that guy up last night?
That was incredible. What's funny is me and my wife were listening to you at a Mexican restaurant when we had margaritas. And that guy came on, and that made the dinner even more enjoyable. So I appreciate you, Tony.
That guy royally pissed me off. Look, if you want to come on and constructively criticize and do whatever you're doing, fine. We're not on the air. Oh, let me do a legal. I got to do a quick legal here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're on the air.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340.
William Patterson's up next.
WKGN Knoxville and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Laura's telling me I still got to do this. I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't do what she said. See that, DR? We all have bosses, DR.
Yeah, I got
boss.
remarried 2 years. I got remarried 2 years ago. And
there you go.
It's TLD Logistics Overdrive.
There you go.
Overtime. Presented by TLD Logistics. Online at tldlogistics.com.
It's TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime presented.
Go to the guys with today's edition of TLD.
Really launched on Nate Ament and how this team was overly physical with him and he can't play and it's a waste of money. Let me tell you something about Nate Ament.
Nate Ament's going to be very, 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 very good when it matters this year. He's going to be excellent in conference. Tennessee wanted Houston to rough him up last night and beat him up, and it was good. You can teach off of that because guess what? In the conference, people are going to put their hands on him. They're going to play him physically, and he's going to grow from it. He is going to grow from it. So, and I blasted that guy because he didn't say one positive thing about that basketball game, and he pissed me off. And that, look, you're entitled to your opinion, but I don't have to listen to it. So goodbye.
At least have a good opinion, especially after that game, Tony. Nothing will ever, to me, top the number 1 versus number 2 Tennessee-Memphis. That's got to be number 2 in non-conference regular season games for me since I've been watching, and I started watching in 2005.
That was incredible, dude. Cinco, you spent time in Memphis. That 1 versus 2 game down there, Cinco, when they were at the height of their powers and Bruce Pearl brought the circus down there against John Calipari, that was all-time, Cinco.
That was all-time great. I'm not a lifelong thing, but that was one of them. Frankly, last night was one. Durant, Texas game here was one. Kansas after the whole crew got thrown off and Scuddy missile was launching here. Those were some of the better games, but I honestly don't think you can understate how big that win was last night. They stood up to the bully because Houston is a bully team. They bullied us last year. And
They sure did.
even Steven, they won the game.
And Tennessee went out in the offseason and said, we have seen the light. And they changed the type of athlete they were getting. And you saw it last night. They got Carey specifically to play in that game last night.
The physicality of that game. And my mom is from Michigan, Tony, and so my grandpa was a huge Bad Boys fan, Detroit Pistons fan. And I've seen highlights in the documentaries, and that game last night reminded me of it. They just beat the hell out of each other, and it was incredible. I mean, I've watched football games, wasn't as physical as that game last night. And it was just a damn March game, and it just edge of your seat. It's amazing. I want to rewatch it today. It was so incredible.
And we were down 11, to your point. We were down 11 and could have folded. It looked like they were going to fold us up again.
Well, and I think that's the difference in this team this year, because I said that last night. I was like, God, here we go. Because I was at the Elite Eight game last year. That was a waste of time and money because you knew from the beginning we had no shot. We couldn't make a shot. And they were just more physical.
Brian Hartman.
That's I think Connect still has to be probably number 1.
No, he means point guard, Brian. Point guard.
Point guard. Well, you got Bone, I guess. I don't know. Probably point guard, yeah.
He's a great player. Wow. I can see why they fought so hard for him. And just a wonderful talent, man. I mean, just a wonderful talent.
Yeah, they don't really miss the Rice kid that went to USC. I guess they probably are satisfied with what they got.
Brian, if they would have gotten that Rice kid who they had and USC bought him, I mean, they would have been a national championship. We'd be cutting the damn nets down if we'd have gotten those two guys. But as it is, we're pretty good. But they would have been cutting them down, baby doll.
Tony, I got a statement, a question. I'll get off here. I know other people want to get to it. I need to offer an apology. I was a Boswell basher last year, and I'm a Boswell believer. Now, that kid played his ass off.
Yes.
That's something I appreciate after watching Boo Boo Carter all season, honestly.
Boo Boo Carter, Cinco. How great's that nickname, Boo Boo?
Call it walking, Boo.
That is insane. Boo Boo Carter. That's well done.
We got the
Boswell.
post-Boo bump.
Somebody said last night that his name ought to be Boswell from now on. I apologize, too. Look, the staff thinks coming into the year, this guy's got D2 offensive skills, but he's a pretty good defender. If he can give you 8 to 10 points a night, which I think is going to be a stretch in some games, but if he could do anything close to that, he's extremely playable as a two guard. You do not need him to score. His level of 1-2 on defense last night, when he dove, he was diving like a human bruise all over the floor last night, man.
He wanted it. Somebody compared him to Meshack. Obviously not as good a defender, but maybe the early Meshack days because he tried and the effort was there.
Yep.
Question before I go, Tony. I make a care. Diego.
yards before first contact. He's not getting past the first level of the defense. So it's almost hard to tell, what Barkley is, because you're not seeing him get out into space. I mean, when he ran 65 yards for a touchdown a number of weeks ago on the second play of the game, he ran away from the defense with no problem. But the O-line, to me, has been the biggest culprit. You can always get into other things you can try. That's not the way the Eagles have played. The Eagles are basically sticking with the formula that, hey, we